Well, I don't know how long this live is going to go because for some reason I got a coolant low. Fucking my swag up. Alright, there we go. A little better. What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. We got a stupid ass truck. For some reason, I'm driving right now. I got a hot load. I'm like speeding. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm getting there. And now my shit saying engine coolant level low. I'm like, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up, so annoying, so annoying. So I don't know how long this live's gonna last, but I'm gonna just try to hang in there. If you guys hear it and it's really loud, I'm sorry. Please let me know. I don't know if you can hear it over my voice. Like, you can't make this shit up. I'm not overheating or anything. I got good oil pressure. Coolant temperature's good. But yet, I don't know why this happens. This is a part of trucking, you know. You get in your truck one day and the shit just all of a sudden is being retarded. Nah, I just hear you. Awesome. All right. As long as y'all can hear me and you don't hear that, thank you. Thank you. I got it through the headset. So hopefully through the headset, everything's good. I do need to focus on the road a little bit because I am over here being a little careless. Yes, I'm here to answer questions. It's a little harder for me because I put the phone on the cluster instrument and I'm able to see the questions, but I don't want you guys to hear that. Listen, this is what we're going to do. Since you did that for me, do me a solid. Do me a solid. Tell me if you hear that thing going off once it starts going off. Because if not, y'all don't hear it, then that's cool. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me that y'all would hear it, and that would be annoying for you guys. If it's annoying for you, I don't want it. Right now, it's not going off, but it'll cut on in a second, you know. But yeah, I'm here to answer questions and shit. You know, I got a hot shot right now. We're going to Hagerstown. So yesterday, I had a shit run. I didn't get back to 12:30. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't get done to 10:30 in the morning. I clocked out at 12.33 hours, so pretty much 12 and a half hours. I did shoot a YouTube video, POV style. Also went live in the morning. I'm gonna start trying to go live at night, in the morning, and just try to be more in my community because I feel like there's so much that I've learned that I want to teach y'all, answer questions. How is it switching over tonight? Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. It is hard at first because your body's not used to it, right? Like think about it. When you can't sleep and you're at your house and it's like 2 in the morning and you're scrolling TikTok, like that's different. You know you got work in the morning, that sucks. But when you're driving at night, you get really tired, and it's going off right now. Let me know if you can hear it. So it is really hard, but once you get adjusted and used to it, in my opinion, it's better because you still have the whole day to do whatever you do if you need to. The hardest thing, though, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, you hear it. How bad was it though? Really bad? Like, tell me how loud it is. Like, is it very, very annoying? I see you hear it, but how loud is it? Like, is that shit annoying as fuck? Or is it just like you can barely hear it? And it'll go off. It'll go on and off. Like, it won't stay on. Okay, it ain't that bad. Cool. If it's not that bad, then whatever. I'm gonna just send it because I can't read your questions over there. All right. So I don't wanna kill this. Not at all. Okay. Cool. Thank you. All right. So going back to what I said. Overnights are hard at first because you're not used to the sleep. You're not used to being up that long. Okay, barely hear you. Awesome. You're not used to driving, right? Like, it's one thing to be up at 3 in the morning. It's another thing to be driving all night. So your body's not used to it at all. And then on top of that, you're not used to going to sleep because what happens is when you get home, once that light, like what I've learned is once it's dark, and then that light comes out, you get a second wind. We call it a second wind at night shift, right? Where now you got the vitamin C or vitamin D from the sun, and then you're kind of awake. You've drank probably a lot of caffeine at that point to stay awake, right? And then what happens is now when you go home, you start doing shit, and before you know it, you don't get no sleep. And what's happening with me is I'd go home and try to sleep, but I could not get sleep properly, where I was falling asleep for like an hour or two and waking back up, going back to get sleep again for an hour, waking up. And that was, to make a long story short, that's the hardest part. I'm going to tell you guys the benefits about overnight, though. There's big benefits. You guys got to hear this. But that's the hardest part. So if you can get used to staying awake, right? Like not fucking falling asleep, because it's so hard. You're going to be like this. You're going to pull over 24/7 because you're going to fucking want to feel like you're going to crash because you're going to pass out. That's so fucking hard with overnight. Once you get past that part, then it's being able to go home and actually go to sleep. You know, go home and go to fucking sleep. And yes, that's the benefit of driving overnight. Any traffic at a certain, when you first start, there's traffic. There's always gonna be traffic at 8, 9 o'clock, even 10 o'clock at night. But once it's 2, 3 in the morning, you're pretty good. You're just out here with other truck drivers. And on top of that, you don't really deal with weigh stations, so you don't have to pull into a fucking weigh station because it's closed. And you're not really dealing with cops. You know what I mean? So you can speed a little bit. As long as you're not letting your camera go up, you can go a little faster. You're not dealing with cops every 2 seconds like you are in the daytime. So it's almost a way to kind of protect your license a little bit too. But there are drawbacks. Very hard to get used to it. Very hard to prioritize sleep. Also, it's fucking dark, so it's a lot harder to see things. That is a motherfucker right there. Nights are better. Trust me. I would take nights again and again and again. But it is hard because you can't see that well. Especially if it starts raining or something. Now you're in the middle of nowhere, in the dark, in the rain. If you break down, who the fuck is coming to save you at nighttime, right? It is challenging and scary in that aspect as well. But what I do like about it is, like, say like I get off, right? But I got to go to court, or I got to get a haircut, or I got to go on a date, or I want to walk my dogs, or I want to go to the gym, or whatever the fuck I want to do, I have that time during the day to do it. And that to me is so beneficial. But I'm about to get a daytime job, another trucking job during the day. And I just told my boss I want to work 6, 7 days a week, because my goal is to make $2,000 a week. Because I make right now, I'm making like $11.35 after taxes, right? Which isn't bad. Right? I should be making a little bit more by next week because I ran a big run yesterday. I get paid by the day, so it's kind of like, the more, like, say like you have a really long day and you busted your ass and you made them a lot of money, they'll throw you an extra $20, $30 on your check. But every time you get a check, that money stays the same. So they just keep adding and adding it. And before you know it, there's probably guys making $2,200 a week from here because they've proven themselves and they've made the company enough money that my boss is like, I'm gonna take care of them. But when you're doing like local runs where you're not really making no money for them, or you're slow, and they feel like they gotta babysit you, like they're not gonna hook you up. So the more good, let me say it properly, the more self-efficient you are, the more they don't have to look at you, the more they don't have to pay attention to you, the more you understand what terminals, what loads, trip buddy, yada yada, the more they leave you the fuck alone. And the more they leave you alone, the more money you can fucking make. So overnights is cool and allows me to have that daytime job. Because guess what? It's very hard to find overnight jobs. They're not out there as much as you would think. But you could always find a daytime job. So now I just need to find a job that'll say, hey, come in at 2 o'clock and you can leave at 7, 8 o'clock. You know, and I sleep to 12 o'clock and I barely get any fucking sleep. You know what I mean? This is way better than AmeriGas. This is 125% better than AmeriGas. AmeriGas fucking sucks. I'm gonna be honest. They treat you like shit. They overwork you, and they have like the company's not bad, but they're not great to their customers. So you deal with ignorant customers 24/7, and you're working 6 days a week, but you might be working from 5 in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. And then your day off, they want to put you on call. Some people get lucky. Some people find a position where, like Ace, where they just take the propane cylinders to Home Depot. They can be done really fast every day. But what they like to do is put people on bobtail. And once you're on bobtail, you're getting fucked. So I never got to be on Ace because it was wintertime and they want to put me on bobtail, and I was pretty much fucking killing myself there. But the reason why I don't like, I recommend Amerigas if you're trying to get your foot in the door with a respectable company and make some good money. I don't recommend people to stay there long. Get your 6 months to a year and get the fuck out of there. Because the problem is they have way too many regulations. Hey, that's what's up, Western Express, gang, gang, hell yeah. I see that, man. Get that money, baby. Get that fucking money. That's what I'm doing, getting this money. You know what I mean? But um, yeah, with Amerigas, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be 100% fucking honest with you. Like they have too many regulations. Like I got a camera in here. If I go over 10 miles over the speed limit, it'll go off, roll and stop. But like they don't pressure me. You know what I mean? Hey, that's what's up, man. Congratulations. Thank you for watching the videos and supporting, and I'm happy that you made a good decision, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, Americans is cool, but they just got too many regulations. Like, all right, like say like I get out of the truck and I pull the hose, right? I pull the fucking hose, and hey, make sure to like this live too, guys. Please like this live for your boy, man. Help me out. You know, please like the live. It helps boost the algorithm so more people can see these live streams to help other truckers, so other truckers can get information and ask questions. Because a lot of guys don't come on here every day and actually talk about trucking, right? But so say like this is the shit I didn't like about Amerigas. Say I go, I got I got a 100-pound hose. It's also 100 feet long. Say I pull up somewhere, I pull that whole fucking hose out, and that motherfucker or say I back into something and I'm like, damn, I need to back up 2 more feet. I gotta get in the truck. I gotta close the door, put my seatbelt on, put a 6-digit unlock combination on this thing to free. So what happens is you jumping in and out of that truck so many fucking times. Like you're jumping out of that truck over 100 times a day. So you gotta put your seatbelt on, almost get comfortable again, do all this shit just to move the truck a fucking foot. And if not, they're writing you up. And these motherfuckers will write you up for anything. They won't even let you like this right here. You know what I'm about to do? What did I just do? I took a sip of coffee. You can't do that with Amerigas. You cannot even if the car is in motion, if the truck is in motion, you're not even allowed to drink. You know, um, you're not even allowed to drink coffee, bro. Like, it's just too many regulations. Long story short, too many regulations. Now with Western Express, I seen that you got 6 points. I know if you take a defensive driving course, it'll knock off 3 points, and every year it knocks off 3 points. So unfortunately, you probably gonna have to thug it out. You probably go now. What I recommend is go do that driving course. Driving with a truck and hazmat. I think the company's good. Um, yeah. So try to do that defensive course and knock off 3 points off your shit, bro. And if you already did that, then you just gonna have to eat it for a year. After a year, somebody probably take you with 3 points. If not, 2 years. Listen, it happens, bro. It happens. Don't feel bad for yourself. Listen, one thing people don't realize about Western Express is Western Express has lease purchase for trucks. So rock out. Listen, you want to make money? I'll tell you the fastest way. The guy I went to school with there, when I went there, it was this homeless bull. He did it. He is like a crackhead. I ain't gonna fucking lie. He ain't have $1 to his fucking name, but he thugged it out with them. I was too bougie. I was like, man, fuck them. Fuck them. I ain't doing this shit. But you know what he did? He rocked with them for 3 months. 3 months. Then got on a lease purchase, opened his own LLC and lease purchase through them, and now he's making like $3,000 a week profit through Western Express, and he's a felon. So trust me, bro, you can make money, bro. You can make money with them. Don't get it fucked up. Now, when you're using them as dispatchers and all that, yeah, they fucking retarded. So you got to start looking at the bigger picture. How can you expand and make it your own business, right? Because once you get that mindset that you can make that shit your own business and you got your own truck and you pay for it, that's when you got opportunity. So don't think that you can't be at Western Express and make some money. That's one thing I will give Western Express. They will take you if you got a fucking DUI. They'll take you if you got um a felon. They'll take you, you got points on your license, and they'll also let you lease, purchase, and make bread. Listen, I fuck my license up, I'll be right back with Western Express on my mama, because they don't give a fuck. It's so easy to get a job with them, and you can't knock a company that'll work with you, bro. So, I never knock Western Express. Yeah, they ghetto. Yeah, they be annoying shit, and there's way better companies, but at the same with them being like that, they also are cool as fuck and chill as shit, Half them people smoke weed in there. Do you think they pee tested? Hell no. And then go back to the AmeriGas. I seen somebody said that it's a good company. Yo, it's a good company to start with. I'm not knocking it. Like, I was very grateful for that job. I made good money. I just worked a lot. I felt underappreciated, which most companies will make you feel like that, right? And they just had too many regulations. Truthfully, too many fucking regulations. I don't like I don't like feeling like, yo, what the fuck? Like, like, damn, I can't drive. I can't take a sip of coffee. I can't fucking talk on like, they won't even let you talk on a headset. Like, you can't even talk on a fucking headset and drive the truck. I tried to make a YouTube. My first YouTube video I tried to make, I put my camera around my neck. Both hands on the steering wheels. I got a write-up for that. Yeah, I got a fucking write-up for that shit, bro. And they had me on this fucking corporate call with 5 executives, and they were bitching at me so bad. They're like, this is a hands-free policy. You can't. I said, my hands aren't on the camera. My hands are on the fucking steering wheel, and I'm looking forward. I was like, where the fuck is this hands-on shit? I'm like, you making no sense. And that's where AmeriGas is absolutely retarded. They get a new CEO. They get a new CEO. Yeah, be glad they didn't call you. They get a new CEO like every 6 months to a year. And these guys don't know nothing about trucking, you know? Yeah, I see that, bro. But, they literally make it so hard. It's like, bro, they want you to be a robot, be a fucking robot, to the point where, like, you don't talk on the phone, you don't look at the phone. They only want you to use GPS. I was like, well, if it's hands free, then are y'all gonna give me a GPS? Because I'm looking at my fucking phone. You know what I mean? Technically, I'm looking at my phone anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And like, so I flamed the shit. I got it on video. I flamed the shit. I was like, oh, so y'all gonna provide me a GPS? I was like, am I not allowed to listen to music too? I was like, I can't even take a sip of coffee. So they didn't like me because I fucking talked shit back to them, because their policies are so fucking stupid. I couldn't deal with it. Now, to go back to my man with the lease purchasing, you making bread, bro. You doing good. They are ghetto as fuck, bro. I know they are, bro. That's the most ghettoest company. I ain't gonna hold you, And trust me, I grew up around the ghetto. Like, I know the ghetto. Like, growing up, all my friends were black. I didn't have white friends. All my friends were black. I chilled and see, because you know what? I smoked weed my whole life. My little white friends didn't have weed. I had to go walk in the hood and go hang out with my boy Kivas, because he could get the weed. And I didn't know how to roll blunts. So Kivas would have to roll my blunts. And then before I know it, I'm chilling with him, Riel, Dave, and I'm on the corner smoking and drinking at 14 years old. So trust me, I know. And when I went there, I was cool. I've been to jail and shit. That's what it feel like. It feel like you in jail and y'all just got out of jail. Like, that's what it feels like. Everybody in there talking shit. Like, if you ever been to jail, you know that all motherfuckers do all day long is just gossip, talk about what bitch they fucking, what car they grabbing, who's this, who's that, and they just talk about dumb shit, though. So the whole time, I just was silent. I just listened. I was like, I don't even want to talk to people. I don't want to get to know them. I just focused on making that Western Express YouTube video and try to do everything I could to make it help somebody. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, I see that. Listen, lease purchasing isn't bad. Only reason I didn't get into it is because, Biden fucked the trucking shit up so bad with the economy that I was like, yo, like, me trying to do lease purchasing while trucking I can't even get a job in trucking. Like, that is really hard. So I took advice from another trucker where I was like, I'm going to take a couple years, work for a company, fuck they shit up. Yeah, yeah, definitely described it. They, in my mind, I'm like, I'll take 2-3 years and learn the game, learn how to hook up, learn how to drive, learn how to, be a best version of myself as a truck driver. And damn, this shit won't shut the fuck up. God damn, shut your bitch ass up, cool and shit. I don't give a fuck. Blow up, bitch. Um, but it's one of those things, guys, where like I told myself I'm not going to do like a lease purchase because then I owe them money, right? I gotta pay for that shit, bro. And if I'm not getting loads like that, like how do I dispatch? How do I do this? How do I do that? There's so many aspects to it. I figured the best thing for me to do personally was just to rock out with my cock out with a company and everything be on their expense. They pick the loads, they do all that shit, and I get paid by the day, and truthfully, that's enough for me to sit back and say, you know what? Cool. I'm chilling. Um, Let me learn the game real quick. Because if I learn the fucking game, then it makes it easier. A lot of people get right into it. Preston, you have the experience, Blue Tech or companies like them. Nah, I don't have any experience with them. Um, I don't have any experience with them. And the best thing advice too is when you're making comments, guys, don't be scared to write a couple comments that are smaller because when they're in paragraphs, they're very big and very shrunk, and I can't read them as well. So try to keep it limited to like a sentence or two, even if you put out 3 comments. Instead of making it one paragraph, make it 2 or 3 sentences, different ones, because then I can see what the hell they said. Nah, you're good, bro. Because then I can read it and answer it better. You know what I mean? But they only show up for 10 seconds and then they disappear. And then I can't see it. And if it's big and I'm driving, I'm like, I'm doing this and I can't fucking see. You know what I mean? So, of course, my death light just came on. So, man, and I don't know what happened, but I don't see where the fuck the fuel card is. So at some point, I gotta stop and get some fucking death. It's like, bro, you can't win with trucking, bro. Like, you can literally hook up fast as shit, be like, yo, everything's good, bro. Lube Tech offered 30 an hour. That's not bad, bro. I made 28 out of Amerigas, man. 30 is what I should. Truthfully, I should have made like 35 because I'm risking my life. You know what I mean? Like, at any moment, I could get popped. That's what I get with Crystal Clean plus commission. Dude, do that, man. If you're getting commission now and shit, you're already doing your thing, you know what I mean? Hey, here because of my video is not appreciated. If you're already making that now, bro, just stick with it. But this is what I try to tell all my young kings, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, like, truthfully, like, don't do what you're doing and think like that's enough. I need you to get inspired and want to do more, man. Appreciate you guys. Listen, I want you to be inspired to make more. Like Elon Musk, he working 120 hours a week. He said this famous quote in a video. He said if something needs to get done and it takes 1 year to do it, it's gonna take 1 year to do it, and that's at 40 hours a week. He was like, well, I can do 80 hours a week and get it done in 6 months. He was like, if I do 120 hours a week, I get it done in 3 months. So what took one guy 1 year to do, he did it in 3 months. So that's why if a 1 year, 4 quarters, that motherfucker has mastered 4 things. Yeah, the CDL shit is dope. It's just the regulations, man. It's just the regulations, and they make it hard for us. And then, like, you know, I got to share a truck and I'm hopping out of random trucks 24/7. So it's like, of course, I got a coolant issue. I need DEF because I got a hot load. So I'm like, yo, if I can get there before 1 o'clock, I might be able to grab my load and go. Wait, this dumbass truck is acting. I'm like, yo, man, I got to take my white ass to the gas station. Fuck. You know, but this is how it is. I drove this truck all night last night. I have no issues. I guarantee you, the daytime guy, he had these issues and he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. But to be honest, I don't think anybody drove this truck. And I'm hoping they give me this truck because, bro, the first truck I was in was so bad. It was a Volvo. It had 680,000 miles. This has 682. This has like 10,000 miles less. Um, but dog, all the handles are broke. The windshield mirror visor, whatever, it falls down every time I hit a bump. Bro, the chair squeaks really bad. It's slow as fuck. It like it's just such a bad truck, bro. You staying at FedEx? So I don't work at FedEx. I work for S&T Trucking Inc. That pulls as a subcontracting company that pulls freight for FedEx. They also do uh, subcontracting for other companies as well, right? So they might have Tire Rack, they might have Home Depot. So I'm just a driver pulling loads for FedEx at the moment because that's their biggest account. You know what I mean? But I'll tell people I work at FedEx. Like if I'm talking to a girl, I'll be like, "Yeah, I work at FedEx," because you know why? Because if I tell her, "Oh, I work for a subcontracting company," and blah blah, these bitches don't fucking understand. They fucking brain dead. So I'd say, "Oh, I pull load for FedEx." That's what I tell them. You know what I mean? Because at this point, it's like almost like exit 67. Yeah, I might have to hit that real quick. Yeah, we're gonna have to go fuel up, man. I can't risk the biscuit. Have you heard of DUL? I have heard of them. I see a couple of the trucks. They pull doubles too. And that's the same thing. They probably do their own subcontracting, but they got their own trailers and shit. So maybe they pretty much what companies do is they subcontract. It's like how it starts is a driver. Then you have a driver. He does a lease purchase or he buys a truck. Then once he buys a truck, he buys his truck, and then he starts dispatching for companies. Once he dispatches for companies, then um, he's subcontracting final loads. Then he finds an account. That's how it works. He finds an account. Then when he finds an account, he starts putting in work with the account. And the more work he puts in with the account, the more opportunity he has to grow. And then eventually he gets another truck. He puts a driver in the truck. He has these accounts. And then before you know it, they're making a fleet. A fleet is when you have a bunch of trucks, a bunch of drivers that go and do those accounts for you. And then it's subcontracting. And damn, I just took this road. I don't even know where the fuck this bitch is. Holy shit. It said there was gas. I might have fucked up, boys. Oh, well. Oh, fucking well. It said 67 got some gas. I mean, I need gas. There ain't nothing I can do. You know, ain't nothing I can do. I just hope it's the right one. Man, if this fucking shit don't shut the fuck up, yeah, there's gotta be some gas. Some motherfucker. But yeah, that's how it works. You know what I mean? Yeah, get this money, man. You know what I mean? Get this fucking money. Left at the second signal. Signal ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that means that it's to the right because the way they have that arrow, I'm just gonna assume it's this way. If not, I'm gonna take my dumb ass backwards. I'm gonna take my dumb ass back. And of course, I'm on my live stream and shit, so I'm like, oh man, like I'm gonna keep popping my shit. I'm gonna keep talking my shit, but I might have to get off and hop back on only so I can find the shit. Oh, what the fuck way is this taking me? Man, this ain't no gas stations down here. Fucking lying ass bullshit. This is the part about trucking that sucks. Fuel is one of the biggest motherfucking dilemmas when it comes to trucking. I promise you. Fuel is one of the biggest fucking dilemmas, guys. you'll run into issues where you're fucking out of fuel and you don't know what the fuck to do, where you're at. You know, you don't know where you're at, what to do. And yeah, look, let me get off this live. I'm gonna hop back on in like 20 minutes. I gotta fucking find out where the hell I'm at before I gas out.